Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the online class of gender studies. Today's our topic is gender discrimination. First, we will discuss definition and meaning of gender discrimination. Gender discrimination, it refers to unfair treatment or inequitable difference between groups of people in society in terms of rights, opportunities, and status. Actually, it is a widespread human rights issue in Pakistan that is badly affecting huge proportion of women in the country. Women make up nearly half of total population, which clearly means they are real asset and strength of the country. Actually, Pakistan's sustainable socio-economic, political, and cultural development totally depend upon the equality, empowerment, participation, and representation of women in all walks of life. Actually, discrimination against women is a global issue. Even in developed Western nations, women experience biasness on the basis of their gender, right? Gender discrimination, women encounter multi-dimensional problems such as honor killing, harassment, domestic violence, and so on. They also witness gender inequality in access to health and education as well, right? In our society, according to Global Gender Gap Index Report 2018 released by World Economic Forum, Pakistan has been placed 148 out of 149 countries, the second worst country regarding gender equality in the world, right? According to Muhammad Ali Jinnah, no nation can rise to heights of glory unless women stand side by side with men. So, therefore, there is dire need to ensure that half of Pakistan has equal opportunities in political, leadership, and economic decision making process. Status of women in health, education, and participation, especially in labor market and politics, is also unsatisfactory. Now come to the causes of gender discrimination. There are many causes of gender discrimination. Discrimination is the behavioral manifestation of prejudice. Discrimination may be of several types based on race, economic, religion, and sex. Discrimination leads to either positive or negative behavior towards a particular group by another group, not due to any genuine reason, but because one belongs to a particular class, sex, or community. Alright. The main causes of gender discrimination are: first one is prejudice, second one biological, socio-cultural, economic, and education. We will discuss these causes one by one. First, we will discuss prejudice. Prejudice suggests that men are viewed as capable where women are viewed as incapable. Prejudice, which literally means prejudgment, is the root cause of discrimination of any type. It is simply a judgment made in advance. Prejudice can be both positive and negative as well, though it is mostly used to denote a negative attitude when judgment about women made is made in advance without actually observing them, examining their personality and work style. It is called prejudice towards women. This type of negative attitude leads to discrimination. In case of gender discrimination, discrimination is used to denote negative feelings when a person or a group is classified, characterized, or defined in advance through a group labeling or social norms. It leads to discrimination. For example, you are traveling in a bus and a woman misbehaves with you. You at once generalize the experience and say all women are very problematic. Thus, you develop a hostile and discriminative attitude to all women. Prejudice indicates unscientific judgment. It is wrong to discriminate all women on the behavior of one woman, right? Second major cause of gender discrimination is biological cause. Biological cause, men and women differ biologically and physically as well, but psychologists are of opinion that this biological difference play a minimum part in behavioral difference of man and woman. Hence, biological differences between man and woman play a minor role in creating gender discrimination. Of course, women are to some extent handicapped as they bear and give birth to children, and they have to breastfeed and the children and to take care of them. They have to take maternity leave as well for 3 to 6 months if they are working outside. But logically, this has nothing to do with gender discrimination. So people, because of this thing that women's role is to just conceive, give birth to children, take care of them, and to be a full time housewife. Today women are taking part in sports like cricket, hockey, football, volleyball, which were once considered for males only, but the percentage of women taking part in such game is very small. If women are encouraged by family, society and government, they can prove they are also physically stronger like men. Women should be given training in physical. Cause of gender discrimination. Next cause of gender discrimination is economic cause. Around the globe, in almost all society, women are economically dependent on men since they had no education to do job outside, and since men didn't allow those who are suitable for jobs. Women become financially weak. They are engaged in domestic work for which uh, one never paid. Psychologists call women unpaid maid servant. The economic dependence on males made them silent. These are the women pleaded before judge that her husband may be ordered to beat her once in a week instead of full week. The wife of this man thought that it is the birthright of a husband to beat his wife because he is maintaining and spending on her. If all women show this attitude, it will take another 150 years to change the world in favor of women. Economically, women become weak um, socially and psychologically, and they become slaves in the hands of men. Empowerment of women through education, work, jobs, shelter, social and psychological training is essential for providing them economic on physical fitness. They should be allowed to deal with tough jobs to make them strong physically and protect themselves from physical violence, right? Next cause of gender discrimination is social cultural causes. A female child in our society is not wanted because she is considered by her parents as flower of someone else's garden. The parents may take care of the plant, grow it, but when the flower blooms, it is plucked by someone else. Usually, the girl child in our society is considered as outsider's property. According to our social system, after marriage, a girl leaves her home forever and enters a new home, the home of her husband, for the rest of her life. Traditionally, it is said that married woman leaves her husband's house only when she is dead. Secondly, because a girl is someone else's property, parents usually don't want to spend on her. Actually, according to our society, girls are a burden because in our society it is difficult to get a good bridegroom. There are these are true facts prevalent in our society even today. Unless these customs are changed and girls are given equal opportunity to serve their parents before and after that, discrimination on this ground will not even end. If a woman can earn and become economically independent, they can also financially support the parents when they need her, and gender discrimination can be prevented. Next point is role of social learning. Role of social learning is also very important in causing gender discrimination. Sociologists, anthropologists have emphasized the tremendous impact of socio-cultural factors in the growth of gender discrimination. Reservation in jobs for women today causes heartburning in many males, and this also lead to hostility and gender discrimination. When a daughter is married, the parents are depressed due to separation of the daughter. The feelings that the girl has left them forever give lifelong pain. That is why many parents say that they don't want a girl child. Many parents even today consider a girl child to be burden and liability due to existing social conditions. Parents are worried when their daughters grown up. Parents worry when they leave their daughters alone at home and go out. Parents even worry when they don't get a suitable bridegroom for their daughters. Parents even worry about their daughters even after marriage in view of the rising dowry torture. Society teaches the girl from the very beginning to speak slowly, do not laugh loudly, tolerate the torture of others, accept injustice, obey sacrifice, and cooperate. Don't answer, don't argue, and don't violate man's order. These are the characteristics of a good woman as per society norms. Next sub point is social learning theory by Albert Bandura. The society ruled by the male members propagate this discrimination for their own benefits, for their own comfort, for their own pleasure, and finally to fulfill their own selfish interest in selfish interest, right? In social learning theory by Albert Bandura suggests that whatever the seniors speak and do about women, it is learned and accepted by the juniors in the family. In the family, imitation of the model is one of the major social. The last cause of gender discrimination is educational cause. Knowledge is power to face the challenges of life and to overcome the disadvantages, disabilities, and handicaps of life, and to be free from any kind of discrimination. Women should be educated, right? Empowerment of women is possible through education in order to make women self-sufficient and reduce gender discrimination. Women should be educated. Empowerment of women means improvement in their political status, financial position, occupational status, and legal awareness, which can only be achieved through education. The status of women today is very low. They are discriminated because of their want of education. Education is considered to be the most significant agent of basic change in the status of women, including economic and occupational status. Next point is if a man is educated, we educate a single person, and if a woman is educated, the whole family is educated. Education not only provides knowledge and confidence, it also fosters the development of new values. Education provides power to the woman to fight discrimination. In the past, girls were not even allowed to read and write and go to school because the male dominant selfish society wanted to keep women inside four walls of their house. Education of women can bring positive change in the society. A woman can rebuild their personality. They can be motivated to take self-employment to improve financial standard and empower them.